You're not even going to believe this, everybody. I just recorded a 15-minute Cardano video. It was just on point. And I don't edit my videos. And I forgot to basically mention the main purpose of doing the video. The main reason for doing the video. So I'm just going to start with that. Everybody, if you're an ADA holder, this is an important video. I'm going to put a ton of timestamps. There's a lot to talk about. So just hang out. Feel free to cruise around. But I'm going to start on the weekly because this is where something big is about to happen in around 5 hours. So hit the subscribe, hit the like, and let's just do it. Man, I can't believe I'm redoing all of this, but this is it right here. This is huge. This is massive. And it's the purpose for doing the video. This swing high happening on the weekly, and I might be getting ahead of myself. Who knows what could happen in the next 5 hours? I just want to throw this out there. Hopefully it doesn't happen where ADA is closing a candle below like 44 cents or wherever this is, 46 cents. Let's just hope that doesn't happen. But we have around less than 5 hours for a weekly close where ADA is putting in a higher high from this swing high. This is crucial. This is so important in terms of flipping from bear cycle to bull cycle. It happens differently on different charts. One thing I just want to point out to you, in the last Cardano cycle, it didn't happen until here, post Bitcoin halving. It is happening this much earlier. Here's Bitcoin halving here. It is happening this much earlier on the ADA charts. This is massive. This is massive for the shift from bear to bull for ADA holders, for Cardano. And I think is a signal not only just for Cardano, but for the entire crypto space. Crypto is hot right now, everybody. $1.5 trillion market cap as a whole, and just getting started. Bitcoin halving not even here yet. Trillions coming in. So much happening. That's the move. I want to integrate, though, caution into the video. This is a very macro bullish thing that's happening right now. But along the way, you can even actually look at this move that we can liken ADA to right now, back here at Shelly, staking coming online, right? All that good stuff. What did ADA do, actually? It fell. It fell to the downside, right? Big consolidation down to around the 20-day moving average. Right now, the 20-week moving average, 20-week moving average around 31, 32 cents right now. Not saying that's going to be the target for ADA, but what's going on with the 20-week moving average? Is ADA going to pull into that? Similar to what it did back here. Something to evaluate, but some things to talk about on the weekly, and then we're actually going to pivot to the very zoomed in hourly. I'm going to talk about the zoomed in hourly price targets, and also start telling the story of maybe why it's a good idea to be cautious. But going to the weekly, look at the 200-week moving average. Resistance, huge resistance for ADA right now. Little bittersweet because look at that weekly candle. It's insane. And also bittersweet because you go to something like the MACD. Look at the MACD histogram, just cruising to the upside in a similar fashion that happened post Bitcoin halving last cycle for ADA. Yes, there's followed by consolidation we just talked about, but post halving, look how early this is happening. The momentum on ADA is so strong right now from a bear to bull cycle shift perspective, and I can't state that enough. Now, we talked about the 200-week moving average resistance that's happening right there on ADA charts. Just to give you an idea, the 200-week moving average is right around 65 cents, 66 cents. Another reason just to monitor and be cautious with ADA right now is the weekly RSI. Slower moving momentum oscillator. Look where it is. And again, if we analyze the move that happened post-halving that we've been just kind of comparing, check it out. Resistance. And then the fall. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen. I never say that. But how often do these indicators just provide such a good roadmap for what to at least anticipate, at least prepare for? And when we're talking about oversold conditions, same thing as with overbought. When we're talking about overbought, oversold conditions, usually it's a good indicator to utilize for potential reversal, to at least anticipate it. And that's kind of something that I'm doing. Now, as we start digging into the story, there's some things going on, right? And that is this. And I'm not going to bring up the Solana chart, but I was using Solana as a kind of an example of what it was previously doing that ADA might do. And what Solana was doing is putting in these wicks on the daily and then actually putting in new green candles into those wicks of resistance. So initially this looks like, man, that's the top right there, that wick on the daily. And then actually it just keeps going, right? But it's not that Solana just pumped like crazy, right? And actually, I'm just going to bring it up very, very quickly because I have it right here. What I'm discussing is this right here, these wicks, and then it kept going. It's not that it just kept going like crazy at that moment, but it was putting in structure. And this is a daily, so this was kind of like a lot of structure that it's putting in while it's letting the 20-day moving average pull into Solana. So what I'm saying is, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because if we go back to the ADA chart now, ADA doing something very similar, right? And if I can find the chart that I was just working with, either way, this is a daily chart and ADA doing something similar. Here's a wick, ADA eating into it. Might not necessarily be like ADA is just going to continue mooning, but this could be the established structure getting ready to happen that we're waiting for ADA. And what could that look like? It could look like the 20-day pulling into ADA, some type of formation here, some type of structure. I don't know what it would look like. Maybe we go a little higher, 65 cents, which we're going to talk about in the hourly chart. And then we're coming down, then we're trickling down, and we're up, and we're like in some type of symmetrical triangle. I really don't know. I'm just anticipating some structure. Even things like Solana and every other coin that ever pumps, they put in structure. And if we just look at ADA on the daily, this is, I believe, from a previous video. Look at this. I have that there because I'm just kind of anticipating something like that. ADA is going to cool down on the daily RSI. It always does. You look at any crypto chart, there's never a chart where it's just like up here forever and it just keeps going. It's always consolidating, right? Even in bull markets. So I'm anticipating consolidation on the daily. The reason I mentioned, and we'll talk about targets to the downside in just a minute. The reason I mentioned 60, I think I said 65 cents is because on the hourly, I feel like there's a little bit of structure happening. It's just over a day worth of consolidation here. But if I'm looking at this chart, I kind of see the story, at least, of a head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. That is to say, bears stepping into the downside, the bull stepping back into a common resistance area, that's the neckline. The bear stepping in stronger to the downside, that's the head formation. Bull stepping in again at that common resistance line. Bears one last time stepping in, one last try. Could be even a just weaker try. Bull step back in, break the neckline, target to 65 cents. This could be an environment, if you go to something like the daily chart, where ADA does continue to, like we said, eat into these wicks on the daily, and we're cruising to the upside. People might be getting way too hype, thinking, man, we're about to hit our 85-cent target. Remember that 85-cent target is a multi-month setup. We're talking about a huge structure here. That usually takes time. It's not like we're going to be there, this week. People might start feeling that way, though. And feelings lie, especially in this space when things are overbought. But that could be the environment, 65 cents, and then the structure, and then the cool down. And that could be what's setting up on the hourly. Put that aside. Maybe ADA doesn't even actually break above any of these resistance that ADA is at, kind of around the 60 to 61 cent range, and ADA just starts falling now. Either way, how do we analyze or find, or how do I analyze and find support? It's going to be the story of the 20-day moving average. It's a big one. So currently at 42 cents, and how it meets ADA, where it meets ADA. We can take our Fibonacci from the swing low of leaving the 20-day moving average to current swing high, and we have our support area. So 48 cents at the 618 to 43 cents at the 786. That's the most common move for any crypto. That's the area I'd be anticipating in an environment where cryptos are consolidating and falling, or at least ADA is consolidating and falling. To give you an idea, that's a 20 to like 27% potential move. Consolidation could be smaller than that. It might not be that great, right? Maybe it'll just be more sideways, different type of structure up here. Maybe it's only going to like 54 cents or something. I don't know. I don't know what it will be, but I just know I'm always anticipating higher low, kind of these fail-safe support areas to find structure around the 20 and even the 50-day. And the 50-day, by the way, is around 37 cents. So it's okay, in my view, to see ADA consolidate. But these are all the things I'm tracking. One thing I do know, though, everybody, you go to Tap Tools, whatever ADA USD is doing, and we just looked at it on all these ADA USD charts, whatever ADA USD is doing, people within the Cardano ecosystem are just, whether ADA is sideways against USD, up against USD, or even, I think maybe even down against USD. There are plays, people in that Cardano ecosystem, plays where you can just gain ADA, right? This is This is a Cardano native token versus ADA. And you can just see, look at these gains. So it's for a lot of people in Cardano ecosystem, I just want to throw this out there. It's not always just about gaining USD, but it's like, what about gaining ADA, right? In preparation for the next cycle. This is like the end of November to right now, 100% gains on ADA for this Cardano native token. And there are just so many great projects just building right now to go through. And that's something else that's powerfully happening on and within the Cardano ecosystem. So I just want to throw that out there. It's more than just charts. There's a lot technically going on. As you know, Cardano ecosystem absolutely exploding. The other day, it was in the top 10 for total value locked, while so much of the space ignores what's happening within Cardano. So very bullish things, but so much happening, everybody. So many reasons, even just from strictly a price perspective, to be cautious right now. And I just wanted to throw that out there. Maybe we get another swing high. Either way, so much to track. Enjoying it. I hope you are as well. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, turn notifications on, hit the like button. Your support means a ton to me. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.